Welcome back to our web accessibility series. In this video, we will be diving into three essential aspects of creating an accessible web experience: landmarks, skip to content, and headers or headings. These elements play a crucial role in ensuring that all users, especially those using assistive technologies, can navigate and understand web content effectively. Here we are in our web accessibility testing project. We have links for accessible page as well as inaccessible page, and we have additional links for voiceover, NVDA, siteimprove, and wave. So this is what accessible page looks like currently, and this is how inaccessible page looks like currently. So they both look exactly the same, and therefore we can compare how they differ with respect to accessibility. Now, first, let's talk about landmarks. Landmarks are special HTML elements or area roles that help define the structure of a web page. They act as a signpost guiding users through the different sections of your contents. Common landmarks include header, nav, main, aside, and footer. By properly implementing these landmarks, you make it easier for screen reader users to jump between different sections of your web page quickly using motor in VoiceOver or elements in NVDA. Let's first start testing for the landmarks. So what we will do is we will go for inaccessible page so we can know that it has the issues, and then we will compare how it is much better with the accessibility. So here we are on our inaccessible page. I'll click on site improve, and what we will look for is something that is not included in area landmark. So for this page, we only have few of the text that is not included in area landmark, and that's what we will see. So we can see there are total 10 items that is not included. To see what all those, we can click on them and we can start looking for this. So once we click on this, you could see there is a pink border with background. So what it's telling is this link or this content is not included in any of the area landmark. Although it looks like it is within the nav section, the region or the marking is missing. Similarly, we could see all these extras ones and GitHub, Medium. So all these links are not part of the area landmarks. Now, how it differs or how it affects the users is, so suppose if there are lots of links and lots of sublinks, there may be sidebar or some additional concerns are there. What user would like to see is quickly able to see in different sections. So suppose if a visually impaired user is coming to this web page and they just simply wants to know or simply wants to go to the GitHub repo link for this project, generally it's idea like it will be available in the aside or complementary region. So they will directly jump on there and click on it. But because these regions are not correctly marked, they will not be able to find that position directly. And generally there are footer links where you will footer section where you will add sitemap and those kind of things. So users sometimes may directly jump to the sitemap and go to the required link or go to the required page directly. So let me start my voiceover. Now we will see how it affects the user, like when I start the router. And in the landmarks, we could see there are only two paths. There is primary navigation, which is this one. As you can see, there is a border around it. And then there is a main region, which is this one, which starts from this area. So there is just two landmarks that user can directly jump to, and there is nothing else. Let's see how it looks like for the accessible page. Something went wrong. Sorry. So here we are in our accessible page. I'll just click on site improve to see if there are any, and there is no issues with the landmark regions, like we are not getting any issue that something is not inside any landmark region kind of errors. Let me start the router. Now here we could see there are three landmarks. There is banner. Oops, it is going in this section. So here we could see the there are multiple landmark regions and they are named appropriately as well. Like this is the primary navigation. Then we have a demo navigation. So this is the demo project area and it also has a navigation. So I have named it as a demo. Header region is generally uh, termed as banner in the voiceover. So it's the voiceover that is terming the header area as a banner. Then we have a main region and then we have a complementary. So project links and social media complementary. And then we have a footer region. So this way a user can directly jump into different sections or different regions of a web page. And that's what the benefit of adding landmarks correctly to every places. Next, we will look into skip to content. So what skip to content is, these links provide a way for user to bypass repetitive navigation links and go straight to the main content of the page. This is particularly useful for keyboard and screen reader user who would otherwise have to tab through each navigation link to get to the main content. So you might have seen for different websites there will be lot of links here. Then they will have another navigation link which may again have lot of links. For a tap user or a visual impaired user, if they suppose directly want to jump to this form or even this header, what they will have to do is they will have to start from the beginning, tap to each of the links using the tab, and then come to this area. So adding a skip to link or skip to main content or skip to content link or button helps the user to directly jump into that area. So how it would look like is, generally the first link for each page or a button, it is created such that when you tab in it, it will come to skip to content. And you could see I have implemented it as a button, but many website implement it as a link and they will just link it to the first h1 header in the page. So on clicking on it, you will come to this area. We can do the same using button and I have implemented it using the button. So when I click on it, you could see the focus comes to my accessible page header, because this is from where my all the main content is starting. And this way skip to main content is useful. And you can always, so suppose if you are already on submit button focus, or suppose if you are on this link and your focus is currently on this link, now you may want to jump back to this. So you may think like, okay, I have to again re-tab back to the same position, but instead you could use this form controls for skip to content. Or if you have implemented it using a link, which is generally more preferred, then it will be available through the links. So the link, on the link it will come as a skip to main content or skip to content if you have implemented it using a link. Or otherwise if you have implemented it using a button, then it will come to here. So if I can select, you can see somebody can jump to this skip to content, and clicking on this will bring me back to the main heading level 1 of the page. So skip to content or skip to main content, these links are very important. One point here, Site Improve is currently complaining about this because Site Improve exactly wants to use the same name, skip to main content, this exact word in anchor tag. Then only it will remove this, but it's fine. You can implement it using a button or a link, and that works. Finally, let's talk about headers and headings. Header and headings are crucial for structuring your content and providing context to users. Proper use of heading creates a clear hierarchical structure that helps understand organization of your content. Screen readers rely heavily on headings to navigate through a page. A well structured heading hierarchy allows users to jump between sections quickly. For example, you should only use one H1 element per page for the main heading, followed by H2 elements or subheadings, and so on. So, in this page, if you see, we have one H1 tag and then we have two H2 tags in the complementary section. If we go back to the home page, here we have one H1 tag and just one P tag for just giving more additional. And then we have another heading section, that tool I use, that tells about like which contains more links. So keeping in this, a user can simply jump into each section. So it's like main heading, then subheading accordingly. And we need to structure our page according to this. So let's go back to this section. Now, how heading levels, how creating a hierarchical heading levels helps the visually impaired user or tab users is, if I open the site improve, if I open the rotor in voiceover, there is a headings area as well. So user can navigate through headings like similar to navigating as landmarks, links, or form controls. They also have the option of navigating a web page through headings, and you could see the focus is jumping back to accessible page. If I go down, the focus is jumping to this area and this way, and that is helpful. Now let's say if I am on my home page here, again, need to start again. Now here you could see we have two headings, and we can jump to those areas importantly. So headings are titles, and with title names it is easier for user to jump into that area. So if somebody wants to know the tools I use, can simply just go in this area and use it, and that's what helpful. In summary, using landmarks, skip to content links, and properly structured headers and headings are foundational practices in web accessibility. These elements not only make your site more accessible, but also improve the overall user experiences for everyone. Stay tuned for our next video where we will explore more HTML elements or web elements and test for the accessibility. Thank you for watching this video on accessibility testing tools. Please subscribe to our channel for more insights on web development and accessibility. If you found this video helpful, like and comment below with any questions or topics you would like to see covered. See you in the next video.